Hello friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, you know this does not work. Let's get open for business, and let's wake up the football gods. You know the drill. It is Saturday morning. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. This is the second to the last weekend before the team will be in Oxnard. We are getting so close. I mean, how close? We're 54 days, 10 hours, 52 minutes, and 55 seconds away from kickoff. Now, I can't believe that tomorrow, filling up this weekend, we'll be in Chantilly, Virginia at the Dulles Expo Center for the CSA Autograph Signing Show. And we're going to see some of our football gods. Tony Dorsett, Randy White, the Manster, half man, half monster, and Ed Too Tall Jones, as well as Michael Gallup's supposed to be there, but he's supposedly going to Leighton Vander Esch's wedding. Leighton, congratulations and welcome to marital bliss. Randall Cobb, Connor McGovern's going to be there. Oh, and if you really want to see somebody, Johnny Manziel. Yeah, good thing we dodged that bullet. But anyway, we're getting close, and I want to thank everybody who came through on our live stream last night. We got a little lively. I did not lose my cool, and Cow Patty did not come out. Thank God. We had a lot to talk about because we have Randy Gregory going in on Monday to apply for reinstatement to be able to start working out in training camp. I think there's a good chance that that actually happens. I really do. Now, we don't know if he failed the drug test or if he missed the drug test, but I'm feeling this whole good feeling right now with the NFL and the players going on right now. You know, Richie Incognito only got 2 games. Malik, what's his name, only got 2 games for the things that they did. So this may be the opportunity and the chance, because next week the NFL and the NFLPA sit down Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and they're trying to hammer out a deal. And understand that $8.2 billion was distributed last year to the teams. We know this because the Green Bay Packers are a publicly traded team, so their financials are listed. So they go through and they look and say, okay, how much does the Green Bay Packers get paid from the NFL? Okay, so to multiply that by 32, you get $8.2 billion. That's a big piece of pie. And the NFL and the NFLPA are realizing, hey, listen, I need you and you need me. The players need a place to play. The owners need players to play. You need each other. Let's get this deal done. Let's get everybody happy, and let's go spend some cash. So you got that situation. So that's where I think it's a good opportunity right now for Randy Gregory to be reinstated. You have Rolando McClain, who is applying for reinstatement. You know, he was suspended indefinitely for, drug use and things. And that guy, the Cowboys still own his rights. When he wants to play, when his head is right and he wants to be out there, he is an absolute beast. And if he really and truly wants to get back on the field, if he really and truly has a passion for it, if he really has truly cleaned up his life, it's worthwhile taking a look at. Because a thumper like that at linebacker, they're few and far between. And if you ended up having a rotation of Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith, Rolando McClain, Sean Lee, along with that offensive line, you could literally have the best front 7 in football that could smother teams. And I'm being realistic on that. And the other thing, of course, is Pro Football Focus has done exactly what you want to do when you are in the media. And that is continue to have a conversation on both sides of what you had to say. Because we know that everybody is going through. And I'm beginning to realize it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter what I say. Because if you are a Dak Prescott fan and you like Dak, nothing's going to change that. If you are a person that just does not believe that Dak Prescott is a guy and you're feeling bad because Dak Prescott took the opportunity away from Tony Romo, nothing's going to change that either. What these things will do is just gives you more ammunition and gives more people stuff to talk about. Because we're in the silly season. You're reaching and trying to figure out what to talk about. Well, the Dallas Cowboys They're the only team, of course, in the NFL that has problems. Every other team in the NFL is winning Super Bowls every year and has no problems with contracts or quarterbacks or running backs or anything. Only the Dallas Cowboys, because that's all that's on the news. And if you were to say we're a Martian that came down and just started watching, know nothing about football, and just started watching television, you would look and say, oh my God, these Cowboys, wow, they've got every problem in the world. Thank God they're not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because everything must be great for them because they don't talk about them. And that's literally where we are. So you've heard last night I played a clip from Speak for Yourself with Jabba the Hutt talking about my quarterback and saying how the Dallas Cowboys would be stupid to pay him $32 million. So, I mean, $30 plus million, and basically have trashed him throughout. Let me see what Colin Cowherd has to say on Dak Prescott and the Pro Football Focus.
They are unemotional and analytic. It's not a bunch of commentary nonsense. I don't believe in opinion from anybody. But Pro Football Focus has a couple of numbers that are frightening. Last year, Prescott, with a great running back, good receivers, amazing offensive line, and an offensive-minded coach, threw for...
Wait. Until we got Amari Cooper, we did not have great wide receivers. Is that in argument right now? I mean, are we looking at saying that Terrence Williams, Allen Hurns, Cole Beasley were great wide receivers? Because I believe that same group, that Pro Football Focus, said that the Dallas Cowboys in offensive weapons was 29th in the NFL. Now they're saying they had a good group? Back to coaching. Scott Linehan, did he get another job? Scott Linehan was deemed the worst offensive coordinator in the NFL. I thought that he was basically predictable and basically ran the Cowboys offense in the Stone Ages. And back to the offensive line. I believe Pro Football Focus rated the Dallas Cowboys pass protection at 18th in the NFL. Not my words, Pro Football Focus. But now, let's continue.
3,800 yards and 22 TDs. Those ranked 15th and 16th, respectively, among quarterbacks. That's with a lot of help offensively.
Oh, did we really look at that and say we had a lot of help offensively? I mean, is that a discussion? Because I could pick that apart and say our offensive line was in flux. We lost a Pro Bowl center. We had Connor Williams, who was kind of undersized and outmanned, starting at guard, and Zach Martin was on one leg. Tyron Smith missed a couple of games. That was not the 2016 or the 2014 offensive line, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Here's the other one. In the most predictive aspect of quarterback play, meaning this will tell you what your quarterback is. Pro Football Focus says the ability to avoid throws graded negatively by Pro Football Focus. He was 25th among qualifying quarterbacks a season ago. And meaning he's got a lot of negative throws. He leaves a lot on the table. But Dak is the ultimate NFL dilemma. He's good enough at quarterback. He's good enough to win a division. He's done it twice. He's good enough to go 32-16. He's good enough to win the locker room. He's always available. He never gets hurt. He's good enough to unseat Tony Romo. And that's a dangerous place to be. Now, Kansas City had a quarterback good enough, Alex Smith. Good enough to win a playoff game. Good enough to win the division. Good enough to win games. Good enough to get everybody a contract extension on the coaching staff. Nobody gets fired with Alex Smith. And then they rolled the dice, and they went to Patrick Mahomes, and anyway, that's good. And so, by the way, the Raptors were good enough with Dwayne Casey and DeMar DeRozan. They were good enough. They were a number one seed. And then they fired the coach, and they got rid of the player, and they won a title. And the Warriors won 73 games without KD. They were good enough, and they went and got KD and became a dynasty. It's a really, there's also an ethical thing. And you wouldn't think billionaires care about this, but there is a little ethical thing with Dak. When somebody comes to your business and you feel like, Dak Prescott increased the value of the Cowboys, and this is a reasonable thing, $200 million. When Tony Romo got hurt and they went into the tank, people started taking the Cowboys off television. They started taking the Cowboy. Listen, the
That's
Lakers
true.
for the last 4 years, until LeBron showed up, were off television. Like, networks didn't fight for the Lakers until last year with LeBron. So LeBron brings more than just excitement. LeBron gets you on television. You sell more jerseys. You sell more tickets. Dak Prescott, there's an ethical thing here. Does Jerry Jones feel like, okay, I got him in the 4th round. He saved our franchise $200 million. He kept us on television. I can see if I owned a team, I'd be like, I'm going to pay him more than the market suggests. Cross my fingers, the salary cap goes up. Now, that's why I'm not a billionaire. Because ethically, I would feel somehow I owe him a little bit. Like, things are too good for us. He saved the franchise. There's sort of a saved the business fee that's unspoken and not negotiated that I would feel I owe him.
See, I'm not even looking at it from that perspective. While that's fair, I think there's things that you can help him with off the field. You know, those are the endorsements that you get him, and,
Right.
and the business ventures and introducing him to people for the future. I just don't. Are you planning on drafting another Patrick Mahomes? You feel like that's what you're capable of doing?
Yeah, good luck with just drafting another Patrick Mahomes. I got to be honest with you, that's some bullcrap. You know, that's great in theory. That is great in theory that you can just say, you know what, we're just going to let Dak go, and we're going to get Pat Mahomes in the draft. I believe a lot of teams have been trying to do that kind of thing, but have not been very successful at having that happen. Because you see some teams that every other year they're drafting a quarterback. You can look at the the Arizona Cardinals that drafted quarterbacks back to back in 2 years in a row. It just doesn't happen. I'm going to play this other clip here, and it'll probably end up getting spotted. But this is from Marcus Moser, you know, another Dallas Cowboy Raider beat writer, who threw up, just kind of put this little clip together of our quarterback and some of the throws, some of the longest plays that Dak had last year. And, you know, when they talk about his accuracy and being able to throw deep balls and leaving things on the field, when you think about not having like an Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham and things like that, wide receivers and having great talent until we got Amari, when you start seeing some of these passes, they are like that. Over the shoulder to Zeke Elliott, perfect placement. I'm not saying that he's perfect, but the way they talk about him, you would think he is literally the worst quarterback in the NFL. Actually, I think this is the wrong clip. Or is it? Boom. Okay. This is the wrong clip. Wrong clip. Hold up. Those are passes. Damn, Marcus. I'm sorry. Those are plays to Zeke Elliott. I've just messed up. Okay, actually, I have to go back to Miss Jackie here. Let me play this clip. Okay, those are pass plays to Zeke. Now, here we go. These are pass plays going down the field. Did that look like there was an accuracy issue right there? Did that look like, you know, he can't throw for 5 yards, dink and dunk? Let's go. Boom. Wow. Right over the shoulder to Zeke Elliott. Perfect placement there. And understand, what we're talking about, too, is an offense that was limited because of our coach in Scott Linehan. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect placement to Michael Gallup. Avoids the pressure there, gets away, gets himself together, and throws across the body. Bam. Alex Smith? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see Dak with Kellen Moore opening up the offense, and now having Amari Cooper, having Randall Cobb. Now look, I love this one. Look, he looked him off. Look at this. Boom, across the middle. Bam, right there in traffic. It's going to be fun to watch this offense this year with the weapons that we have, and Dak going into the fourth year. So I'm going to leave it there. It's up to you to decide. You know, this battle is not going to be won one way or the other. And I honestly believe that no matter what, that if you don't like Dak Prescott can throw for 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, and we win the Super Bowl, and you will still say Dak sucks. It will be somebody else is the reason why we won. It was Kellen Moore on the offense. It was the offensive line. It was the wide receivers. It was everybody but Dak. But that's okay, because that's the way it's been for Dak his whole career. People haven't believed in him. He wasn't the high recruit. He wasn't the high draft pick. But when he gets his opportunities, he takes full advantage of them. And I'm proud of my quarterback. So as always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I will see you guys tomorrow in Chantilly, Virginia.